Hey, welcome. This is Cultivate, and we're excited about this new endeavor that we're going to undertake, and nice of you to join us. Anyway, Andrew and I are going to be talking about this, and so it's going to be a weekly thing that you can participate in. And our goal for this whole thing, this is what we're trying to do for this through these video blogs, is to cultivate our gifts musically in tandem with our worship spiritually. Finding out and connecting the dots between what we do musically and how it affects what we do in our worship spiritually. So we're super excited about this, and it's a new adventure for us. Kind of never done this before. We're charting new territory, but we just want to find ways that we can maximize time and knowledge and even conversation back and forth to get us to a new level in our worship, both in the adults and Kids on the Rock. This is open to anybody. Ignited, Momentum, all musicians here in this house, and we're excited about it.
Yeah. We talk a lot about how, worship is not just what we do on the stage. It's not just about music. It's a lifestyle that we live. And for a lot of us, music kind of is a part of our lifestyle, and it definitely is a part of our lifestyle as we use music on the stage. So what we want to do is really facilitate growth in the area of music, because that is our gift that we use to honor and to glorify the Lord.
Right.
So every week,
yes, weekly. It's going to be a weekly thing.
We're going to have a scripture to start it off, because everything that we're going to do is going to be rooted and based in Scripture. So every week we have a scripture that we want you to meditate on, think about, memorize, all that stuff. And then we're also going to have a very practical application, something that you can do right away.
A challenge.
A challenge for you, something to take up and do. We want to make this a great resource for you to grow in something that you can put into practice right away.
Right. We're also going to give you a preview for next week, so you know what's coming up next week. Maybe get your thoughts thinking on those lines, so that you know what to expect for the following week.
Let's give them a preview of
the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Okay.
What do you say?
Right.
So what we're going to do, we have 6 different topics that we want to get it on the screen there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can split it into 3 or 2,
whichever you prefer. Yeah, 6, 8. Music.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyways, so 6 different topics. We're really excited. I think these are great topics for us to launch into. The first one is basically a definition. What is worship? We want to talk about what the Bible has to say about what worship is, but specifically, how do we worship musically?
Right.
How do we use music to
Why music?
worship?
Yeah, why music?
Exactly. So that's going to be a fun one.
Number 2?
Número 2.
Looking forward to this, music theory. We're going to look at the issues of music theory and why certain things happen musically, why a certain chord works in a certain way to elevate the atmosphere, to push you to a chorus, or different techniques, and hopefully it can be some instruction that you'll be better musically and know why you do what you do musically and how it affects things. So
we want to, and every week, like we said, we're going to have a practical way that you can apply music theory. How can you use the things that we're talking about on the stage this week?
Right.
So we're going to provide that for you.
All right. Number 3.
Each musician's place. We want to go over each individual instrument and, audio and lights and how everything works together and how each part fits together. Right. We want each person to know, I want a guitar player to know what the keyboard player does and how to stay out of each other's way.
Right. Or how to accent each other.
Exactly, in order to work fluidly as a band, as a team, as a unit.
That'd be good. Number 4, we're going to look at stage presence and how what we do on the platform can really affect what happens in the pew. Like I say, if it doesn't happen on the stage, it's not going to happen in the pew. And so we need to make sure that we're maximizing the way we look, the way we act, the way we play, all those things that go into helping us be better at drawing, because our whole purpose is to draw the congregation into worship. And if what we're doing on the platform is kind of holding them at arm's length, we want to try to change that. And so we're going to be looking at our stage presence.
Number 5. We're going to take an in-depth look at songwriting. And I think we have lots of great information about how to start a song, how to get people involved in the writing of the song, and how to take a song from just lyrics and chords to the place that a full band is able to perform this song. So we want to take an in-depth look at how to write a successful song.
Right, and then lastly, we're going to look at some audio stuff, live mixing. What the sound guys have to go through in order to mix something live. It's one of the most difficult things and most challenging things on a weekly basis to mix live music. We want to look at how we can, as musicians and vocalists, do a better job to assist them so that they can do their job better. And kind of a cooperative thing. They do amazing things with us in our abilities or lack thereof sometimes, and we want to see how we can make it better. So we understand each other a little bit better. We also want to look at recording too, and how if you have a song and you want to record, what's the best way to go about doing that, and to make a great effort there.
And to provide training for those of you who already are in tech, and to give you a little bit more in-depth, some resources on how to do your job better. And we're going to have some of our own sound guys helping out with this. We're going to work together with them, because they have a lot better information than we do.
That's for sure. So
we're really excited.
About this.
Each of these main topics is going to have 5 or 6 different individual lessons.
Right.
So next week,
what are we starting with?
We're going to jump right into the definition of what is worship, and since we're rooted in Scripture, we're going to go right to
John chapter 4.
Which is the woman at the well, where Jesus said to the woman at the well that the time is coming and has now come when the Father is searching for worshipers who worship in
spirit and in truth. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? So we're going to talk about that next week, all right?
How do we do that?
We don't know.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out next week.
All right. So think about that, and we'll talk to you next week, all right? This is Cultivate. See you next week.